So wait, Max. So you've just woken up. You have no idea what has happened, and you're checking cricket for right now. Please talk us through what is happening. We just want your raw reaction to catching up on boring test.
36. My God. Holy hell.
It is not Ravel-Pindi. It is Unravel-Pindi. Actually, it is more like a Priyadarshan movie, and it is probably like Paresh Ravel-Pindi or something like that. Full comedy has happened.
Fir Hera Fairy.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review. Can we rock and roll, please?
Hello and welcome to episode 138 of Bits and Pieces, the transcontinental friendliest cricket podcast with a twist. Stay tuned to find out what that twist is. I am your host, Nitin Sundar, dialing in from Dubai. Today, we are joined by renowned sporting experts from various parts of the world. First up, dialing in from Michigan is our very own Detroit Pista, Max Da Vinci. Max's biggest claim to fame is that he's the most valuable global subscriber of Willow TV, that wonderful portal for all cricketing action for residents in the United States of America. But this week, Max has added another scalp to his crown, another feather under his belt, another mixed metaphor to his medal cabinet by becoming the Ohio State Pickleball champion. Congrats and welcome to the pod, Max, and please tell all our dear viewers about your pickleball.
Thank you.
Please tell us about this tournament. How did you qualify? We have only seen a photograph of Max Da Vinci posing with a medal. He's not biting the medal, so we can actually read what is written on it. And it says, Ohio Pickleball champion, if I remember right.
Guys, this is a cricket podcast. We're talking about the wrong sport. Once it makes it to the Olympics in 2028, then we shall proudly talk about it.
This might be a cricket podcast, but for touchings, we need pickle.
It is one of the fastest growing sports, and a huge amount of money is being pumped into it. Random people like me are now finding interest and picking up paddles and playing with it. So yeah.
Congrats to our resident pickleball champion. I heard that break dancing has been removed from the next Olympics, which is first piece of good news from the Olympics this year. Second piece of good news might be that pickleball actually makes it to the next Olympics. So yeah, hope to see you there, Max, representing Ohio, Michigan, whichever state you want to represent. Also joining us after a few days away from the pod is the podfather himself, my beloved partaker in leftovers, weighing in at 72 kilograms from the blue corner. It is that odious hater of all things Olympics. If you hear his jokes, you will WikiLeaks from all your orifices because he is the Julian Assange of leftover Lasange. Yes, Tony Sebastian is back and he has prepared for this cricket podcast by spending the last week in Delhi going to random stadiums and watching random hockey matches. So please say hi, Tony, and tell us about your hockey viewing over the last few days.
Yeah, I have decided grassroots sports is where it is at. Just made apparent to me because the hotel I was staying at was suddenly taken over. The elevators were taken over by players of the Delhi Premier League, which I didn't even know was a thing. And
this is the
team that I ran into was called Delhi Star Boys within Z. I don't know if it is owned by Kenny Sebastian and Naveen Richard, but anyway, so yeah, amazing to be here after a very, very long time.
Were you the most famous person inside that lift, or were there any players that we might recognize?
Yeah, we will cover this on the next episode of Lift Over Lasagna.
Welcome to the podcast. As I said earlier, this is a podcast with a twist. This is the podcast with expert takes on cricket, featuring a panel of experts who famously, generally, don't watch any cricket. And as you can see, we have pickleball champion, we have hockey viewers on our podcast today. But the big twist this week, dear friends, is that we are not only going to talk about cricket that we did not watch, but we are pretty sure even you have not watched. This is a unique moment in cricket where there was an actual 10-over tournament happening in, wait for it, Cayman Islands. And that tournament, dear friends, was not the shadiest tournament that went on, because that would be the Canadian G20 Global T20 League, which had the most mysterious, shambolic happenings as it bumbled to a finish nearly 2 weeks back, but it has only gotten into the news now. So take it away, Tony. Tell us about Global T20.
The best part about this is that Shakib Al Hasan has had a very eventful week, in which I'm guessing we'll get to the cricket part later on. But he has been accused of murder back in Bangladesh, along with some
Yes.
140 people or something. But this is
Yeah.
not his most heinous crime, which has happened in Canada, where he refused to walk out and play a super over. And given it is Shakib Al Hasan, and let us just say that his reputation precedes him. When we read the headline, we were not surprised. But the interesting twist came from the whole explanation, which said none of the three eliminators / qualifiers could happen because everything was rained out. And only for this match, because they couldn't play a 5-over match, they wanted to play a super over with actual difference in boundary count, which is that the dimensions of the boundaries were randomly reduced. And they put a zigzag field, apparently.
It is worth spending some time on the entire sequence of events that has transpired in the life of Shakib Al Hasan. First point, like Tony mentioned, of course, is that bizarre claim that he's been accused of murder. Not quite directly. I think a lot of people have been included in this charge sheet. Apparently, there were riots, unfortunately, in Bangladesh, and the family member of someone who died. I mean, it's obviously a little sad. But Shakib is in that list, right? And Shakib's alibi is that he was actually not in Bangladesh on the day when this murder happened. So people ask, so what is the alibi? What is the proof that he was not in Bangladesh? The proof is he was in Canada playing the global T20.
No, he was in Canada, not playing the Canada.
Not playing the...
refusing to come out to not play the T20.
So we'll get to that. But the name of the team, guys. Do you know the name of the team that Shakib was representing?
Oh yeah, I know this. It is Bangla Tigers with some Mississauga.
Mississauga is a state.
Yeah, it is when this is the kind of excuse when you really don't want to go to a wedding but you are invited by family members. I'll be like, okay, at least one of us has to go, and I'll be like, see, we can't both make it, but Mississauga, Mrs. will come.
Yeah, so Mississauga. Also, of course, our Ohio state champion is the expert on all state names. He has told us that Mississauga is the name of a state.
Sorry, it's a city. It's a city, not a state. Slip of the tongue, between up and the lip.
Yes. Top of the sling. Same like paddle and pickleball. Yeah, same difference.
So Toronto, Mississauga, Brampton, they're all big cities in the state of Ontario. They all have teams. And then from the other side, you have Vancouver, and I don't know if there's any other team, but I know there's a Vancouver team.
Excellent, man. Expert in all things that don't matter. Very good. Okay.
I have watched the initial seasons of this when Gale and...
There have been multiple seasons of this.
When you said that he basically flexes by having the largest subscription to Willow, this is the actual measuring contest. It's called the Willow Phallus, which is not to be confused with the West Indian cricketer Philo Varis. But yeah,
it used to be a supremely lovely fuck-all tournament. But this year, this is why it's interesting. They have roped in Joy Bhattacharya as their CEO to add some credibility to this tournament.
Does he know?
So here's the thing. Right? The update of the update is that Shakib said that I am not playing because they were the higher ranked team or something like that. And therefore, if they don't play the game, they are going to the finals. And then the owner of the Bangla Tigers Mississauga, he was the one who gave this other statement saying that they randomly reduced the size of the ground to fit the puddles. They put the markers around the puddles in amoeba shape so that the ground will stay somewhat playable and all that. Is the accusation of the owner of the losing team. However, the CEO, Joy Bhattacharya, has given saying that this is not true. This super over was always part of the tournament. And just that the previous qualifiers never took place. Therefore, there was no chance to play a super over. Here, at least, there was a window where it was not a complete washout. Like it was raining non-stop for other games. So there was no chance even to play a super. Here, it stopped raining. Therefore, at least by altering the ground dimensions and snaking around the puddles, they could play two super overs. Super over was apparently part of the rules. Now, why they did the snaking around the puddles, he has not answered. Also, why rules have been sent via WhatsApp.
Yeah, this is the other key point, right? Officially,
Joy has said that no, the rules are already there. Just to make sure people are reading the rules, we send them via WhatsApp as well because people check WhatsApp more than factual documents these days.
Sounds like our group. So apparently the players, Shakib and co complained, what is this? All these rules are all being shared on WhatsApp. This is not acceptable. So they replied on the same WhatsApp group. And they were said, please send email if you have complaints. If you don't have conditions good enough to play 5 overs of a match, it cannot be a T20 game. So there is this question of having a single over match is not part of ICC rules at least. So clearly Canada T20 has come up with its own rules.
Hey, no, but in
WhatsApp.
situations where there is no league stage, there is something like a toss to allow you to proceed to the next round. No.
So, but they didn't do toss. I don't know.
No. So the question is a single super over better than a toss? Or like, does it have to go by seedings?
That Zafir Hassan, that is the name of the CEO of the Mississauga team, right? And there are very startling revelations in that entire set of quotes that he gave. The most startling of which is that this team, Mississauga, has a CEO. But that is not half as startling as now learning that Joy Bhattacharya is CEO of the tournament itself. I think we should get him as a guest and find out more about this. But see, if the conditions are unsafe for a team to play 5 overs, then the conditions are unsafe for the team to play 1 over also. Now you may ask, where do we go and actually do the toss? And the answer to that is you will not do it in the rain, right? You will do it in a safe place.
Oh, it is unsafe to do toss also.
In cricket, everything is unsafe, boss. Unsafe outfield is not acceptable in cricket. So, yeah. That is why
the
zigzag
biggest
outfield.
outcome of all this is that they send the rules on WhatsApp, and basically the owner got so pissed off that they got the Telegram owner arrested in a French airport.
Too much signal to noise. Yeah.
I think the basic conclusion of all this is that ICC is not that bad, guys. The 2019 final is actually better organized than whatever this nonsense.
One of the better organized finals. If you take the last World Cup also, where teams were barely reaching, airport not available, flight not available. South Africa was still in immigration and they had to do the toss for the final.
Sri Lanka got stuck in Florida or something.
Sri Lanka had to stay in Airbnb, hotel.com, booking.com.
Even Afghanistan, right? They arrived the morning before the semi-final.
Yeah, and very famously, let's not forget, Sanju Samson and Shivam Dube couldn't play the first 2 matches against Zimbabwe because they were stuck in the West Indies after the World Cup final, where Rohit was making love to the World Cup and all that. And they had
because of rain there.
Everything is because of rain only, no?
No, everything else was not because of rain. Everything else was because there is no flight connectivity and ICC did not account for it when they planned the World Cup. During the World Cup, people booked tickets for Barbados and for New York matches, then realized there is no way to go from one place to another within 3 days. They have to come back to New York.
So your expectation of the ICC is like for Olympics, when like the city builds a full city, ICC has to run flights also if you want to run a World Cup. Like, please.
For this World Cup, they built a stadium thanks to Hank. We should just be happy with that. But no, there are 2 more very interesting points that we did not cover. One is, and cover is a very important word here, because there was a lot of rain. There were no covers to cover the ground. The owner of the other team, not the Mississauga, the other team, they gifted this tournament organizers covers worth $20,000 in order to protect the field. And apparently this also has been stated by the CEO of Mississauga that there is a conflict of interest here because they gave them expensive covers. Now the organizers wanted to make the other team win. And that is why they forced the match to happen. My question is, if they had covers, why was the ground not ready to play the $20,000 covers and still you're doing zigzag outfield?
My God.
Yeah.
No, come on. $20,000 is not that much, no? Like, Nitu, your Noida wedding would have had shamianas worth much more to cover the area. I don't know how much you could cover. Maybe that was what the zigzag outfield was.
What are we covering with $20,000?
Yeah, come on, man. $20,000 what? 16 lakhs, please. It's not. How much does Nitin Sundar? Because we are talking about Brampton also. You famously talk about the Birmingham Brumbrella. How much does the Birmingham Brumbrella cost? Let's look it up.
Forget the Birmingham Brumbrella. My proof that those covers cannot cost 20,000 is Sri Lanka cricket affords full ground covers. Their entire budget for the year is not $20,000 and they have covers. So clearly, final line here, the bottom line is that the Mississauga has actually asked the tournament organizers for monetary compensation for having been denied their progress and victory in this tournament.
Oh.
That's how it
Oh.
goes, guys. Yeah.
What were
Maybe
they
they'll get
given
the cover.
$20,000?
They'll get the cover. You take the cover and go. Return gift.
Okay, so in the spirit of scientific inquiry, okay, let us look at this page which talks about the umbrella.
The cost of the umbrella.
In
Second
1980,
time.
it cost 43,380 pounds, man. What are you talking about? So imagine the price now. Inflation based.
In 1996, one STD call used to cost 16 rupees. Incoming. What are you talking?
What do you say? Technology has made umbrellas cheaper. This is
Poppy koda.
according to Moore's law, an umbrella halves in size every 18 months, so it should cost less. Guys, come on.
Okay.
The new mechanism, dubbed Son of Umbrella, cost around 80,000 pounds and was much lighter, weighing only 1 ton. Okay, so you're right, Nitu. The weight has gone down.
But the cost is doubled.
The cost has gone up from 43,000 to 80,000 pounds. And that was in 1999 or 2009, something. But anyway, my point is $20,000 is not enough. I am with the Mississauga Bangla Tigers.
Clearly, it's not enough. The proof is that the outfield was zigzag. So clearly, it is not enough. Right. So moving on from talking about cricket we have not watched, which did not happen, to cricket we have not watched that you also probably did not watch because it was not even televised in India. Pakistan have lost to Bangladesh in the first test match at Rawalpindi. Historic moment which has been denied to fans of Indian cricket because this series is not being televised. But Max Da Vinci has watched all of it in his sleep on Willow TV. So tell us, Max, you just woke up a few minutes back without even knowing that Pakistan has somehow managed to lose this test match on the last day. So what are your initial emotions and reactions?
So I have not watched this as well. The game is over when I wake up, right? But man, this I was not expecting. Okay, like yesterday when Nitin said, "Hey guys, the Sri Lanka England might be interesting. Let us delay the pod recording because that game might go down to the wire." That game went nowhere, and Joe Root happened. So I was like, okay, poor chaps, Bang boys will try little, but then South Shakil and the Riz will happen and something like that. But Pakistan themselves.
As someone who has not watched any of the matches but diligently follows every bits and pieces episode, let me recap this test for you with having the benefit of only listen to bits and pieces. Okay.
Firstly, yeah.
Adi was looking forward to this series,
which was a series which could not have been looked forward to because it was not being broadcast. Yeah.
But anyway, so his point was that it is great to see Pakistan playing in Pakistan, and there were 2 tests that were scheduled, one in Rawalpindi, one somewhere else, and the second one was then rescheduled to Rawalpindi because of some, I don't know, Dharamshala fungus or something like that. And here's the fun part. Interestingly, Pakistan, after a long time, because a test match is happening in Rawalpindi, decided to go with an all-pace attack. Okay, and they were so confident that they batted first and declared 6 wickets down. It's not the worst thing to do, but as it turned out, on day 4, Naseem Shah has been quoted as saying, "What kind of fuck all pitches have you prepared? It is too batter friendly." Okay. And on day 5, Pak have succumbed to spin after having out with an all-pace attack. I mean, this is all the classic markings of a perfect Pakistani script. I'm entertained, is all I'll say.
Even Azhar Mahmood gave a statement, right? That the pitch is not in our control, but some nonsense like that.
No.
Self-contradictory sentence.
We have not misread the pitch, but the pitch is not behaving the way we expected it to, is what he said.
Wait, one second. No, you can't move past that statement without analysis. Say it again. We have not misread the pitch has misread us. Is that what he's saying?
This is what that Balaya used to say.
Don't trouble the trouble. If you trouble the trouble, trouble troubles you. I'm not the trouble. I'm the truth. I'm the truth. I'm the truth. I'm the truth. I'm the truth.
We can't do anything about the fact that the pitch didn't behave that way. We didn't make a mistake reading the pitch. It just didn't play like we thought it should. This is what Azhar Mahmood said.
Can we look at statement 2 and 3 and how is he resolving his inner cognitive dissonance?
He doesn't. He just says it and goes away. The quote is over. What do you thought? He's not Immanuel Kant, Rade. He's Azhar Mahmood. This is not the first time Azhar Mahmood has said something very profound, okay? Like, if you all remember, 4 years back he said this, batsmen win you matches, but bowlers win you tournaments. This has also been attributed to Azhar Mahmood. When he said that, lots of people thought, oh, this is like, he's very smart, he's maybe get him as a coach or something. But what he said now is not going to help his cause at all. Yeah, unfortunately.
No, but Nitu, there is more after that. He says, when you look at our team selection, you can see that we didn't want a flat wicket. We wanted a good one that supports everyone. Fast bowlers, spinners, and produce a pitch that will make people want to tune in.
How to tune in? It is not being televised. Anyway, go on.
We will try to make sure the second one has seam and bounce and a bit of pace in it. So wait, they wanted a pitch that will support everyone. Fast bowlers and spinners, but didn't pick any spinners. They wanted a pitch which will make people tune in, but no one can tune in.
And they have not misread the pitch. The pitch didn't behave the way they read. So, can I ask a very stupid question? Who is Azhar Mahmood in this Pakistan cricket setup?
Assistant coach. He's the Ryan Ten Dushkate of Pakistan.
Who is the main coach?
Gillespie.
See, this is why Max knows everything that is not important. I told you.
No, we don't know because we can't tune in and watch Jason Gillespie.
For the record, at least on my IPTV, one Willow TV channel was showing England versus Sri Lanka and the other Willow TV channel was showing Pakistan versus Bangladesh, right? Except that every 3 overs of the Pakistan-Bangladesh match, they will show us this ad of Cialis. Do you guys know what Cialis is?
It's an ED medication.
No. It's a phase in the butterfly's life where it goes.
That is chrysalis there. That is chrysalis.
I know that.
Cialis is if that video is there, I'll try and add it to the edit. Cialis is a drug that it is an alternative to Viagra, but it's also significantly cheaper than Viagra. And the messaging of that ad is like, you must be like absolute idiots if you're still buying Viagra instead of buying Cialis.
Is this endorsed by Mark Wood?
My son has been very interested in this test match, so he's been watching closely. So every time this ad comes, I need to come up with some way to distract him and get him to look at something else. It's a big problem.
Sorry, guys.
Wonderful.
Sorry, guys. One more thing. This article is great. Azhar Mahmood goes on to say, and this is very relevant to this podcast, Tony is here with us, and he has certain expectations for what he wants to produce, the pitch he wants. We'll get him what he needs, but he had a very short time to come in and prepare this pitch. Moving forward, we'll ask him to prepare a sort of surface that suits our planning. He's got great experience, has worked around the world and knows what he's doing. Tony, tell us about these things.
I just forgot to take my Cialis, guys. Next time I'll be better prepared. Who controls the pitch? Like, wasn't there one whole thing where it said like the ground stuff has nothing to do with the BCCA?
So they got imported. They imported a coach. They also imported a pitch curator. And just like Gary Kirsten 15 days, this guy also has 5 days to prepare a pitch, which he has no idea about how it works.
See, honestly, now they all fired Ramiz Raja, right, who was the earlier head of PCB. Actually, maybe the PCB head has changed like 7 times since he got fired. But he was fired after those 2 series against England and Australia, where you had 6 really boring test matches, right? England, of course, managed to win because they baseballed on really flat pitches. Australia famously played one 15-day test match and won the 3rd test on the final day and took the series 1-0. But those pitches, at least, it looked like Pakistan were in the game. And at least they did not lose to weak teams, right? Here they have gone and lost to Bangladesh. So maybe Ramiz Raja was right all along to produce those flat pitches. See, this match, firstly, they produced a flat pitch. Pakistan goes 16 for 3 within the first 20 minutes of the match. Right, Babar Azam gone for a duck, nicking down the leg side. Nearly goes for a duck again in the second innings. Gets dropped by Lichon Das earlier today. And after that, Mohammad Rizwan comes and goes full baseball. Right, and they finish with 446 or something and declare. Also, by the way, there was time lost in this test match. The test match started late because of rain or wet outfield on day one. And it rained on day 2. Right, so you barely had 1 day's worth of play at the end of 2 days. So Pakistan were right in a sense to push the test match along, hoping that they might be able to skittle out Bangladesh. Mushfiqur Rahim, guys, and I was seeing some stats. That guy has been batting like an absolute dynamite. He scored runs everywhere in Asia. Right? He has runs in Sri Lanka, runs in India, now runs in Pakistan, and huge runs. And by the way, this was a great week for wicketkeepers or wannabe wicketkeepers. So Rizwan scored 100, Mushfiqur Rahim, and that fellow, what's his name, Smith, Unfortunately, Steve Smith is not the most popular Smith in cricket anymore. Ian Smith. No, what is his name? Gavin Smith. No.
Jamie
Ian
Smith.
Smith.
Jamie.
Ian Smith, where are you? Jamie Smith,
Oh.
the new English wicketkeeper.
Smith is your favorite commentator.
And Liton Das also scored runs, and I think even Dinesh Chandimal scored runs, and
Yes.
other wicketkeepers also might have scored. So good.
Oh, here also
wicketkeepers.
Sanju Samson not selected.
No, the kicker to that is Sanju Samson is going to Chennai Super Kings. So a great win for all wicketkeepers, indeed.
Oh man.
No, but
Yeah. But
yeah,
before we move on to that, the upshot of this week of mad Test cricket is that New Zealand have retained their third spot by virtue of not doing anything at all.
typical New Zealand. Just hang around and wait for others to shoot themselves in the foot. It's a battle of attrition, guys.
So the pitch was turning on today. Is that what happened? Because Mehdi Miraz and Shakib have taken 7 wickets between themselves.
Any favors today by throwing away early wickets and just letting themselves, get exposed to both these guys. Shakib, I thought, especially bowled really well. It looked like he'll take a wicket every ball. And Mohammad Rizwan was doing his usual stuff. There was one video that has gone viral, which I think hopefully everybody will see, which is Shakib is running into bowl and Rizwan is ready to face, but last minute he turns away because he's not ready, and Shakib gets very angry and he just chucks the ball at head height or over head height straight through to the keeper.
Hey, are you sure this actually happened, or is it just like ChatGPT footage?
Might have
Like,
happened
you are
before, is it?
just saying anything because, like, I'm guessing you've also not watched. And like, what is
I'm
the
sure-
most in character thing for Shakib Al Hasan?
Sony.
No, wait, you asked me if I imagine this whole thing. Shakib also says it never happened, and his alibi is that he was in Canada murdering other people.
But Nitin, I have one request to make as a podcast
Yeah.
that is very strongly in the spirit of scientific inquiry. There's only one thing we can do. You have to reach out to Joy Bhattacharya and get him on this podcast soon.
We absolutely should. We need to get to the bottom of this.
This is
cover
happening.
and
Guys,
find
this
out
is
if
happening.
there's
This is
water.
a public commitment. We are getting Joy Bhattacharya on Bits and Pieces soon. Stay tuned.
Ooh.
But yeah, wonderful test match. Pakistan have apparently not won a test match at home in about 1,000 odd days. And my first question to that is, have they won anything away from home in 1,000 odd days? And I think the answer is no. So not a good time for Pakistan, who are now number 8. Tell us more about the WTC table, Tony. How is it looking?
I mean, I've also stopped bothering, right? Because the whole point is that India and Australia are definitely going to make it. And it's just like England, after having won, are still at like 41% or something, thanks to 19 penalty points that they have accumulated. Minus 19. But I
Are
don't
they
see
last, by
anyone.
the way? Are they still below Pakistan? Or what?
No, England is fourth. England is fourth now.
Who is last now? West Indies, is it?
Yeah, West Indies is last. Closely followed by Pakistan. So it's a bottom of the battle. Sorry, battle at the bottom for whatever is. There is no reward there. There is no reward for India, who finished first in the table also. But that's a different discussion.
Maybe if it rains for 6 days, they will play one super over to decide who is the winner of WTC. That is how it is going to end. I think we spent last week shitting all over the West Indies very well. And this week so far we have dissed Pakistan sufficiently. But one closing thought on Mohammad Rizwan, our famous umpire, Anil Chaudhary, has given an interview where he said the guy who puts green lipstick and shows up, he is always jumping around like a pigeon. वो कबूतर जैसे, I don't know exactly what he says, but he says he keeps jumping up and down like a pigeon. So I want the other
Wait,
umpires also to be
pigeons
careful with
jump?
it. I was wondering, Glenn McGrath likes this.
So help me. Now, Anil Chaudhary has he retired from umpiring? Because you can't be, you have to be non-partisan, right? You can't now just come and say that you don't like a player or you
Hey,
diss a
he
player.
is non-Pakistan, Ra. That is why he's umpiring Pakistan.
And that proves he is a neutral umpire. What, Max? You're telling wrong. Dude, what do you mean? How is this partisan? I remember in 2004 in Sydney, Steve Buckler came wagging a finger at Parthiv Patel, almost threatening to slap him. If that is not partisan, then this is not partisan.
Are you
But
saying
yeah,
the
Mohammad
buck not
Rizwan-
stops with him?
Yeah. No, the question is, who is more irritated with Mohammad Rizwan right now? Is it Shakib Al Hasan or is it Anil Chaudhary? But,
Oh, because
sometimes it is-
what is he saying? He fidgets too much. How is this the
No,
problem?
he keeps
I'm not
appealing.
saying.
He keeps appealing. He keeps jumping up and down and
Oh.
appealing like a pigeon.
Hmm.
Yeah, which is true. Magra also used to keep appealing. So maybe that's what he meant. You guys mentioned that Naseem Shah was made to look very stupid. Literally, yes. By the first 3 days, the pitch was so flat, and he also said something stupid. And he also looks like Danish Seth. But he was not the biggest doppelganger of the week, because I think that should go to Asita Fernando, who looks exactly like Shardul Thakur, guys. Have you noticed? From every direction. I mean, front, back, bowling action.
Show photo, da. Come on.
Photo, you have to see him bowl, man. Like, useless fellows. Everything I can't show. Which takes us to the other test match, which hopefully some of you might have watched. Sri Lanka playing England in, where is that? Nottingham, right? In front of that hotel. The only ground in the world that has an actual hotel from where you can watch the game. And Indian fans will remember it as the place where India lost the WTC for the first time against New Zealand a few years back.
Games at Manchester.
Oh, fuck. Cut everything. That is the time India lost WTC for the second time.
The whole controversy around this test match was that a ball was replaced by a comparable ball, right? Nitin here has replaced the full stadium. Day 3, Sri Lanka turns up to bat and they're like, hey, which stadium have we come to? Match is moved to another stadium now.
This, by the way, this actually happened. Unfortunately, this actually happened to Mississauga because they agreed to replay the match the next day. And the Mississauga team came to the ground the next day, at which point Joy Bhattacharya and co said, hey, game is over. We have already announced other team is the winner. You can go back. This actually happened, guys.
Oh, you should add the Mississauga team to your Dharamshala group and share sympathies with them on matches being shifted out without your knowledge.
Yeah, but adding Shakib Al Hasan to your WhatsApp group is not a good idea, guys. I mean, if the Telegram CEO could end up in jail because of it, then I don't want to take such risks.
Don't retain admin rights.
Max, please tell us about England versus Sri Lanka, which is a match I believe you have watched.
Rather, my dad has also watched.
Are you going to speak in your voice or your dad's voice?
The English spirit showed up and ensured that, Joe Root shepherded the chase.
Hey, English spirit is some 100 team, no?
No. English spirit is
London
British
spirit.
Empire, you get in Tasmac.
Yeah.
That is only English spirit.
But that game was interesting for a bit, after England kind of took them out of the first inning, where Sri Lanka put up a decent fight, and that was good to see. But I actually thought England was going to be gone, because when Harry Brook got out to Prabhat, I think it was like 187 for 5 or something like that. And from there on, Smith along with the tail to taking him 350 was probably where Sri Lanka lost the game. You don't expect Jamie Smith to, he's been talked about. That's the reason why he's replaced Ben Foakes, because he's the gloveman who can bat and stay in his crease.
Sri Lanka started off very poorly on the third day, where you expected them to come and bowl out England, right? That's where Jamie Smith and the tail took it away for England. But also Sri Lanka got into a lot of trouble both times with the bat, right? I think they were 10 for 3.
Hey, Nitin, buddy, this entire podcast is made for your reinforcement of how cricket rules are really stupid. How are you letting the ball change go without
I will come to that,
blaming Sri Lanka for that?
Give the first star to the bowler. After that, we'll get to the ball. Ball has to be made old first. Only then you can start tampering with it. No. Actually, let's talk about the ball change, guys. So this is now the second time this is happening in 2 years in England, and it has become a big deal. I think last year during the Ashes, Australia similarly were at the receiving end when an old ball was replaced by a very shiny looking new replacement ball. My first question, and I've asked this and got only unsatisfactory replies from everyone. Where do they get these balls from? How do you know a ball is exactly 42 overs old? In which match are they stopping it at 42 overs, saying, okay, now this ball is going to go into a suitcase. It will only come out during a test match. And what do they replace those balls with in the matches where they're being played? Please tell me, guys. Do you know?
Wait, as far as I know, these are balls which are used at the nets, and they're put back into a box so that they're all worn out balls. And then I don't think there is any carbon dating that happens on a ball saying this ball is 20.2 overs and this ball is 40.3 overs. Though they give people bunch of balls during the nets and all warm-ups and all that. And after that, they're just put into a box. And when a ball has to be replaced, they just do an eyeball test to see, okay, this looks worn enough like the other one. But clearly in this case, it was not, because they had pictures showing that, this was far, you could see it was redder and had more shine and all that, versus the other one which was completely worn out. So it was not
It
was not an apples to apples comparison.
Yeah, one ball actually looked like an apple, the other looked like an orange. You're right.
You know what the problem is that science has improved so much that balls are not aging like they used to. People are using Cialis and stuff like that, so that what seems like a 40-over-old ball is actually behaving like a 10-over-old ball. This
No,
is the
but because
problem.
of Moore's law, balls have also become cheaper, like ours in Canada. By the way,
Every
did you
18
see
months, balls are having an age.
did you see the seam on the ball that got replaced, by the way? It was as zigzag as the outfield in Canada also. It was all over the place. Except the new ball that was given was solid. It had a great seam.
When the ball was changed, Mendes was batting, and it was around 150 for 4 or something, right? They were leading by 20 something runs. Yeah, but after that only is when Mendes and these guys put up a partnership, right? So the Milan put up a partnership with them, and it was later only. So if the ball was changed around the 150 mark, they still put up 150 runs after that.
No, they did, because they made that ball also old and then started scoring against that. Right? Like, they did a lot of hard work. Like, if Sri Lanka had got a reasonable start in one of the 2 innings, they would have actually potentially won this test match, because England were not looking all that good also.
Was it a comfortable win? Because I thought I read somewhere Joe Root saying that I had to play like Nasser Hussain or something. So completely ditching like baseball philosophy, I'm guessing. And like, what is the strike rate? I'm guessing less than 50
No,
or
it was-
something.
England did not do baseball in this test match. This week only
so
Pakistan
then-
did baseball in all.
Why are they
yes.
now prioritizing victory over style of play and all? This is the real win
Because-
for Sri Lanka.
Entertainment Jesus is injured.
I mean, Jesus.
Oh,
Root was
we are
actually
not
struggling.
talking about Jason Gillespie, no? Who was actually like just.
Coach of Pakistan.
How is this not the best doppelganger of the week? What the hell?
Stokes and Gillespie, or Jesus and Stokes?
Jesus and Gillespie.
Or actually, there's a 3-way. Wow.
Put the Venn diagram. Looks like Jesus, behaves like Jesus.
So
Shakib
now-
Al Hasan can walk on water, basically. Because like
Because
Mississauga
he can't
will-
walk on covers. No, but now you will laugh. 20 years from now, Mohammad Rizwan will be the coach of New Zealand, who will suddenly start playing very attacking cricket, and it will be called Rizball. And then you will know that all of this is connected. Gillespie, Stokes, Basball, Jesus.
But it will be
all-
called pigeon ball, and then like we'll think it is Glenn McGrath.
in the first inning, right? The pitch was keeping really, really low. Like there's that one LBW
Yeah.
of Chandimal.
Day one.
Only one ball misbehaved. That ball misbehaved. Otherwise, the pitch was okay. Only watched highlights and came and then got caught. Oh, the pitch is
Not caught. No, I'm just saying at Dharamshala, even if one ball had misbehaved, right? That's it. It would have been the end of the day. Because
Hey, for that you have to have the match in Dharamshala. I have the match is happening in Indore. How does it matter?
now Gwalior actually.
Gwalior.
Now it's going to be Gwalior. So
Okay.
Somewhere in Madhya Pradesh.
Manchester ko Nottingham kar diya.
You know how after 10th standard, there are these kids who like not done exceedingly well. In 11th, suddenly they'll come and like start taking notes from the first thing. Nittu this week, fully channeling that energy. Like has watched every single ball, like catching out people saying only one ball misbehaved.
I know, but
Actually, I didn't watch. I read about it. I read that only that one ball misbehaved. On our group only, some other fools gave that update. Chops gave that update. A useless fellow.
But at least you went to his house, got his notes, and then copied it down. So well done. At least, like some improvement from 10th standard. This needs to be appreciated.
It's called choppy pasting. Yeah.
But there is some cricket that Nitu has not watched, and I have watched,
Plenty.
which is the West Indies South Africa T20 series.
Oh yeah. What happened in that match? I remember seeing that in the fixtures, but never went back and checked.
No,
By the way,
Yeah, so
Nitu
tell
I have been
is
watch-
wearing West Indies colors and I am wearing South Africa colors. Neither of us
Ooh.
have watched this series. Let's go.
No, so I watched because the game started 3 o'clock my time, so it's perfect for me. In fact, the second ODI is today. The second T20 is today.
West Indies won the first match. Nice.
Yeah, West Indies won. Nicholas Pooran showed up and did Nicholas Pooran things. So it was not even a contest at that point. But Alec Athanasi, the guy, who was holding up in the test match and almost trying to save the game, was opening. That I didn't expect to see at all. He was opening for West Indies.
He's a T20 guy.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, he's played one now. I guess he is. So he was opening along with Shea Hope. Two names that I would have never thought would be in a T20 game. Then both of them opened. They put up almost 100 runs for the opening partnership, and then Nicholas Puran came in and just did Nicky P things. It was crazy. South Africa were never in the game after that. So South Africa, after that great loss, have lost once again. So they're yet to win T20 after facing up against
But
Rohit
who's
Sharma.
playing for South Africa? Everybody's there, or like?
Ryan Rickleton was their opening batsman. Have you heard of Ryan Rickleton?
He is in Cape Town, he is the Pickleball champion.
They also had Patrick Kruger and Bjorn Fortune. And Quena Mafaka has started playing now for South Africa. Remember, actually, he played.
Patrick Kruger.
Patrick Kruger. I think this is making up names, man. ChatGPT names. Just like ChatGPT, Shakib.
Kruger.
Kruger National
Give me a
Park.
decent South African
Kruger
name.
National
Okay. Patrick Kruger. Like that. Yeah. It's like the default South African name. Yeah. Winston Johannesburg.
Man.
Johannesburg.
Whatever. Take it and go.
It is like on Wilty when Rob had to make up a South African name. He called himself Victor Cruelty.
Really? Did you guys see the beauty of cricket, guys? In the 2016 T20 World Cup, right? India got blown away by West Indies because they had Chris Gayle, they had Lendl Simmons, Andre Russell all playing very aggressive cricket. India had Ajinkya Rahane opening and playing straight bat and they lost. Now you see where cricket has come. West Indies have Ali Kathanasi and Shai Hope opening their innings. India have Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli opening the innings, but playing like Lendl Simmons and Chris Gayle. And the world is fully twisted. So this is the beauty of cricket. Even when we don't watch, things keep changing. Because of Moore's law, it's applicable to cricket also.
This is amazing.
Strike rates are double.
Strike rates double every 18 months. Super.
Every 18 months. Yeah, perfect. But guys, enough about cricket that actually happened. Let us spend a few minutes talking about transfer rumors.
Before that, hasn't Jay Shah been appointed the king of the world or something? Why are we not covering this? I'm scared to do this.
It's actually a step down, no? Like, head of BCCI is the more coveted post. I remember when Shah.
No, but he has to take some cooling off period or something so that then he can come back and do it again. That is what it is, right?
So it's basically for cooling off, they go to ICC. So that you have the second most powerful position and then come back to the most powerful position.
Yeah.
So Jay Shah
So who's the new BCCI head?
Rajar, who is the new Krishna
Stuart
Samita?
Binney.
I don't know.
Stuart Binney.
Stuart Binney.
But they said he's all set to be the ICC chief, right? Has he officially become the ICC chief?
What does all set mean? He's taken a preparatory course or something. God.
No, listen, they have not announced it. They are yet to announce it because BCCI is yet to announce a replacement for him. So only then, if they let him go, only if they give relieving letter, he can go and get joining there.
This is like Azhar Mahmood has been a coach for a long time, but he recently got certified by ECB for being a coach. And since then, he's been a comedy coach, right? Like we just established on the podcast. Similarly, Jay Shah was born ready for the ICC job, but only now he has been certified as being ready for the job. So who knows? We'll see.
He's all set.
All set. All thought of Bhupati is all set. Yeah.
So suddenly we actually have the head of the ICC being the most powerful person in cricket. This is an interesting time.
Wow. Yeah. I think it happened the last time when N. Srinivasan became head of ICC. And before that, when Sharad Pawar became head of ICC.
Wait.
So it's not new.
When N. Srinivasan was heading ICC, who was BCCI head?
Lalit Modi. I don't know. I'm leaving names.
When was N. Srinivasan head of ICC, guys? What are you talking?
He didn't, is it? Okay. Somebody became no. I'm sure Sharad Pawar went
Jagmohan Dalmia.
Jaggu not died, right? I'm very confused now. Moore's law happened to him. Please relax. So
Sharad Pawar also was never head of ICC, guys.
Sharad Pawar 100% was head of ICC. Shashank Manohar also was head of ICC.
Super.
And when Shashank Manohar went only, Shashank Manohar became head of ICC and then realized this is one fuck all job. I'm resigning from cricket, and then he went away.
Hey, Shashank Manohar was some character from Son of Bosi.
He resigned as chairman of ICC on 30th June 2020. Did you even know? Until 2020, he was the chairman of ICC, man.
Who?
Shashank Manohar.
I'm saying Sharad Pawar was never there.
Can I just say one hilarious thing? Obviously, I wanted to check Wikipedia for this since we're talking. And the first thing that comes up when you put ICC Wiki is not to be confused, International Cricket Council, not to be confused with the International Criminal Court.
Now that Jay Shah is there, those lines have been blurred.
But there's something called International Criminal Code. I thought there was only International Court of Justice.
Sharad Pawar, I'm reading that. Google, you don't have to open Wikipedia.
It's
Google
first
gives
of
you
all,
this.
it's chairman of the ICC, right? Is that the correct title?
Chairman,
What is the
deputy
correct
director,
title?
who cares? This is not Mintra, it doesn't matter. Head of ICC, just do head of ICC.
Greg Barclay.
So-
Okay, Greg Barclay is the current chair.
He is the current chair. Sharad Pawar served as president of BCCI from 2005 to 2008 and as the president of the ICC from 2010 to 2012. And he was the president of Mumbai Cricket Association from 2013 to 2017.
Wait, but-
He kept getting depromotion, machan. BCCI, ICC, MCA.
When
But
did
wait.
Ponting
But what is
push
president?
Sharad Pawar off the podium? What
Actually,
was
it
he
not
holding
Ponting,
then?
it was Damian Martin. He was holding
what was he
the
holding?
Champions Trophy when he pushed him off.
What position was he holding?
He was holding prime position on the stage, so he pushed him off. What kind of question you're asking? I think he was head of ICC at that time because that was 2006. Yeah. No, sorry, he was the president of BCCI. Yeah. But anyway, good luck to Jay and good luck to cricket as Jay takes over the ICC. What else is there to say?
So
Let us talk
when it was
about-
Sharad Pawar, it was called
Oh,
president. When it was N. Srinivasan, it was called chairman. I am saying that Jay will come up with a new title for himself. That is what all set means. He's not going to.
You mean he will be unprecedented if the title changes?
Guys, there are a lot of positions, okay? There is president, there is CEO, there is
Oh,
chairman. Harun Lograt was CEO.
There is also
Okay.
assistant vice chancellor, guys.
Okay, is this like president and secretary? Like secretary is one who holds real power. We'll know when Jay takes over. Whatever that position
Whatever
Jay
Jay
takes.
is the one with power.
I don't know who holds real power, but Damian Martin pushed off real Sharad Pawar.
Sharad Pawar. Okay.
Correct.
Speaking of power and soft power, Kavya Maran is going to own the Yorkshire County pretty soon.
Oh,
The whole of the county or only the cricket team?
I don't know. Depends. Depends on
will
the
she get
reportage.
will she get the rain covers for free? Will they throw it in?
So it's very unclear. It's whether the Sunrisers group is bidding for the entire cricket county of Yorkshire or just the 100 team that they have. It's not 100% clear.
Or the entire geographical county.
Entire
With Jeffrey Boycott, everyone will
Jeffrey
come.
Jeffrey
Make it
Gaikwad,
a
his
joke.
mom's walking stick, everything is included.
Farm of rhubarb, stick of rhubarb, everything. Yeah. Good for Sunrisers.
Again, England will become the empire where the sun never sets because like Kavya Maran
Sunrisers.
has.
But talking about transfer rumors that are more interesting to us as cricket fans, Sanju Samson is being
Finally.
quoted by Chennai Super Kings. And even as we speak, Tony Sebastian is disintegrating into his constituent parts because this puts his two favorite and not so favorite things together. So tell us, Tony, how does it feel to even imagine Sanju
Man.
in yellow?
Yeah, I mean, I'll jump over, man. What the fuck? It doesn't matter. Right? It's like,
You know that
On
Dhoni is going to
behalf-
keep wicket. Dhoni is going to keep wicket for CSK for another 10 years. So Sanju's career
Yeah.
is over. He's just going to come as
Correct.
potential injury replacement. He might play 1 or 2 games every year. It's over.
correct. Yeah, see, the difference between Lucknow and Chennai is Lucknow has Nicky P with the wickets, and Chennai has a picky knee, which is and which is like also disintegrated into its constituent parts long ago. So he might be cap, but no kneecap, definitely. But yeah, Sanju Samson, it makes legit sense because he's like a big, huge Tamil culture fan, right? Like as much as he likes Malayalam movies, he also likes Tamil movies. His
But
favorite
enough about our
person
Ashwin,
on
guys. You're talking about the wrong Rajasthan Royal here.
favorite person on earth is Rajnikant and stuff like that. So I think culturally it might make sense for him if there is an option and they're vying for him to go there and be captain. No, why
No,
not?
but why would
At the same time, I know for a fact that he loves the Rajasthan Royals owner and how much he's like
Of course.
helped him grow as a person. And he's one of the more professional owners in that sense, right? Who doesn't like come up in front, but actually like has given Sanju a lot of freedom, a lot of mentorship behind the scenes and stuff like that. So I don't know, it'll be
No.
interesting to see.
No,
it play
but
out.
it does make sense. Why would Sanju even go? Right? You have a nice gig going on. Why are you going to go to?
If you given
No.
captaincy of CSK,
No, you're still
why will
captain.
you
And
turn it down?
he's still the number one retained player. No, money-wise, he's still the number one retained player at Rajasthan. Again, first of all, is Dhoni the uncapped player or not? That itself, they are not given clarity on it. Okay, because
He
because if
doesn't
he's
have
not
kneecap. That much we can say. Unkneecapped player.
kneecap is not there, but is he uncapped or not? We don't know, because based on that is where their auction purse will change. And even there, I think the most replacements for Dhoni are going to be someone like a Dhruv Jorel or something like, because that kind of guy is what fits the team mold. You know,
Yeah.
guy sits in the background, doesn't do a lot of this thing.
Hey, that is Sanju, da, doesn't do anything. Quietly sits there.
No.
Very
Sanju
good
is already
natured, jovial fellow.
Sanju is already making Illuminati reels and all. Machan. He's already too mainstream.
No. I actually, so firstly, you said why would Sanju ever move from Rajasthan to CSK? I think CSK is a bigger franchise in terms of fan following
Yeah,
and all.
definitely.
Like being captain of CSK definitely is good for your profile as a player, even if your salary and everything is the same, which it probably won't be. Also, I don't know, right? Who knows what the salaries
Yeah.
of these players are, right?
No, but I think what that random report reported was that the big point of contention is that Rajasthan wants Shivam Dubey instead, like for the trade. So that they are
Yeah.
not willing to give or something like that.
Interesting point here is Shivam Dubey started off in Rajasthan Royals only, and then went to RCB and then went to CSK. Do you know this?
But-
This is the most Shivam Dubey's feet I've ever moved, guys. If he moves back to Rajasthan, then yeah, back into the crease. Yeah. Go on.
Dubey for
no,
Samsung is a
just
trade they
to-
will take any day, dude. I don't think this makes sense. That is a trade they will.
No.
CSK will take any day.
Money plus Dubey. No, money plus Dubey. It's not just one or the other.
Dubey plus Rupe.
That only.
On the go force.
Illati New
Yeah, but like Varun Murli was saying, it is mega auction year. All of this is bullshit. Nothing is happening. Sanju is not moving to
Yeah.
CSK. Also, Surya Kumar Yadav is not becoming captain of KKR.
No.
Just
that is the other
washing
interesting
rumors, right?
rumor.
The only ones that have some this thing is that KL will not be at Lucknow. That's probably the only one that you can put some thought behind.
How?
Guys, you know what? As the friendliest cricket podcast, we've not used the power of our listeners who keep on coming on commenting saying, came for Iman, stayed for
Stayed for Iman.
stayed for Iman. Or left,
Sorry, guys,
whatever.
no Iman.
But
today.
guys,
that is the twist.
tell us your wildest conspiracy theories on the
Yeah.
IPL. Let's get this going in our YouTube comments. A programming note is that for those of who are still listening to us on podcasts, we've become a video primary show, which is why Nitu has shown up shinier and shinier in each episode that has been going on.
Like
I
a
think
ball
there is
in
a
England.
great
Replacement
feedback
ball in
loop
England.
here. Some of the comments came for the cricket chat, stayed for Nitu's face. But anyway, guys, the point is we have a very robust YouTube comment section going. Come, let's fight this out. Everybody on our group also. Come and put in your wildest conspiracy theories. It will be date stamped, time stamped, and we will play back the correct prediction. On
I already
episode
said it.
100 and what?
38. No. 38.
No.
138.
Some 20 weeks from now, whenever that is.
Okay.
When
158.
Yeah.
Math is simple.
No,
Yes,
but-
this continues to be a weekly podcast.
Nitu flexing his IIM Ahmedabad chops there.
No, but Nitu, you said
Copy
that
pasting one more time.
Nitu, you said that Punjab Kings will win.
Wildest conspiracy.
No, that is not the wildest conspiracy. The wildest conspiracy
Shikhar
is
Dhawan.
that Preeti Zinta is taking the owners to court, saying that they cannot sell the thing because it's a three-way partnership between Preeti, Neswadia, and some other random dude. So she's taking that guy to court because he's looking to liquidate his shares, and she's saying that if you have to sell it, you have to sell it to me. You cannot sell it to someone else. And that
I think they will just give her one English county and ask her to be quiet. Like give her Manchester or something. Yeah, that's it. She got Yorkshire, you take Manchester.
This is like Monopoly, guys. Come on.
Along with the hotel in the ground, you will get the hotel in the ground also for free.
that is not in.
Hey, now only you said it is in Manchester.
This is superb. And
Offering a
Shakib Al Hasan has got the get out of jail free card. This is amazing. Full Monopoly.
Quickly, what are your conspiracies, guys? What are your biggest conspiracies for this year? Also, thoughts on Gautam Gambhir putting in a word with the KKR owners and trying to play 4D chess by making Sky the captain. I know none of this is true, but
Why
let it
is
come in the way
Gambhir
of
involved?
content.
Why is Gambhir involved? Just for Kalesh
Gambhir is
purposes.
KKR's. Gambhir is the heart, soul, and the DNA of Kolkata, boss. So,
He's now Indian team, whatever. No.
but he wants to give Sky a captaincy role because he's plumping Sky for the big India job, right? And if Sky stays at Mumbai Indians,
Oh,
he's
you
not
can't be
captain
India
there.
captain without being IPL captain. That way.
No, that has already been disproved because Rohit Sharma just won the World Cup. Janda gaadenge Barbados mein. But Gambhir does it different. So
The two things are true.
Ganda
You can
jalenge.
also be an IPL captain and not be in the Indian team.
you can also be a World Cup winning India captain and be an uncapped player. All-
No, one
all
second.
is
So
possible.
to round this up, in case Sanju actually does go to CSK, who will be Rajasthan Royals captain? R. Ashwin. Do you think he is the one who is pulling all this behind the scenes?
Joseph.
With his CV now showing winner of TNPL with Dindigul Dragons. There you go.
Coach,
And he's playing some
coach,
Pondicherry. What is it?
mentor, and captain of Dindigul Dragons.
Coach,
Guys,
mentor,
please
and
get it right.
captain.
Yeah. And Big Brother.
And CEO of Osudu.
Osudu
Not to be
Accord
fair.
Warriors.
According to who are they warriors? But anyway, okay. That brings us to Shikhar Dhawan, guys. Gabbar has announced his retirement and is in a very interesting video. Thoughts on Shikhar Dhawan, guys? India's greatest left-handed opening batsman in one day.
In ICC tournaments.
Iman loves this. Yeah.
He's had a full format named after him. No? The actual full name is Shikhar the One Day Internationals. That is how it is called. Yeah.
My big question is, who is going to lead India in Zimbabwe tours going forward? Because that was Shikhar
Wait, when
Dhawan's
did he
only
last
recent-
play? When did Shikhar last play for India?
Interesting
Yeah,
that you asked. The last time Shikhar Dhawan played for India is the match where Ishan Kishan hit a double 100 against Bangladesh. That was the last
Where is Ishan Kishan?
Playing Gucci
The
Babu.
last time Ishan Kishan played for India, Shikhar Dhawan was leading India in Zimbabwe. Playing Buchi Babu.
Ravi Indran, Ravi Chandran.
Yeah. Ishan Kishan is selling dope now. He's become
So
Pablo
this
Escobar.
match was basically the Kumbh Mela where both brothers have gone
They've
missing.
lost.
Nobody
God.
knows. Lost.
Yeah.
Ishan Kishan shooting for Narcos season 4. Whatever
Season
that
4.
is happening. Yeah.
But thoughts on Shikhar Dhawan, guys? Little unfortunate that I thought he was a bit unfortunate he didn't get the run that he should have got for someone with his.
Didn't he get a very long rope? Wasn't he like in the test team for a very, very long time?
Short period of time, and I think unfortunately his peak in ODIs came when he was a little old. I don't know how else to put it, because Kohli and Rohit and he together were the top 3 for India, right, for a bunch of years. Kohli and Rohit are still going strong. Unfortunately, Dhawan, I think partly got to do with his the way he bats also. I think more of a hand-eye coordination player, and the eye just goes for a player as he reaches a certain age. Because it definitely looked
Unless
like,
you are Ross Taylor, in which case the eye comes back, basically.
or M.A.K. Pataudi, in which case you deal with whatever eyes you can get. But Dhawan had a wonderful run, and India's ICC beast, and rightfully taking away that that title from Saurav Ganguly, who bashed up a lot of minnows in ICC tournaments and ran up some OC runs. Dhawan did it the hard way against good teams.
Here also no credit for Gautam Gambhir.
Gautam
Poor
Gambhir.
chap.
Oh, on that note, Gautam Gambhir's 97 has been rated in the top 10 ODI innings of all time by Sports Today. It was not even the best innings of that day. It was the third best innings of that day. Nobody even remembers Mahela Jayawardene.
Mahela scored a century, man. What the hell?
And
Can I
then
ask
he has
a
posted
more
the-
fundamental meta question? Is that why is Sports Today evaluating an innings from 13 years ago?
yesterday?
But wait,
You're
what is
Sports Today, guy.
what is Sports Today? Sports Star, what is Sports Today?
Sports Today is a new website. that
It's
is
like a
trying
blog
to
that
go viral by
it's a
posting
blog that
random
both of you have started, or
listicles.
what?
No, someone started it.
That is
Crazy
Sports
Jones and
Yesterday's
Mufa
lasagna.
tweeted about it. Yesterday.
But coming to Shikhar, what's your favorite Shikhar Dhawan knock or most memorable Shikhar Dhawan knock?
Oh, the debut, the Mohali
Mohali,
debut,
yeah,
man.
the 187.
What an innings!
In the third
Because
test.
that was still the time when India were not like dominating Australia. Now India have not lost a Test series to Australia in 10 years, but that was the first of those 10 years when that happened. I think it was 2013 or 14, right?
Yeah, it was 2013. It was his debut because
It was.
Sehwag was not doing well, and so he took Sehwag's place in there, and then he baseballed his way because actually his century came in 85, 86 something balls or so.
Yeah.
So he was just completely like, could beat the shit out of them. So, despite scoring 408, Dhawan at Mohali was awesome.
Yeah, and the World Cup century against Australia in 2019. I don't know if you guys remember. Rohit Sharma scored some 83 centuries in that World Cup. And Dhawan scored 1 century during which he got injured and then he left the World Cup. And that actually led to all the problems for India because then Rahul had to open.
Vijay Shankar
and Raidu and all that comedy happened. But before that, Dhawan had that wonderful 100 against Australia in India's win. And Champions Trophy also, guys. Player of the tournament, if I remember right. Player of the tournament or highest run getter for sure.
He scored a century against South Africa in the Champions Trophy. That was 2013. And he and Rohit Sharma, that was their start of their partnership and completely. But again, that South African attack had Lowando Sotsube and left Ryan McLaren and Morne Morkel was
Victor
the only
Cruelty.
proper bowler.
Ryan Kruger.
Morne Morkel was the only proper bowler in that attack.
I have a theory about Shikhar Dhawan, guys. I think he would have also got a nice long career. He would have continued playing for India. I think the ambition and the vitality in him was sucked out by Punjab Kings. If you spend enough time in such a low performance environment, in that shitty atmosphere, and he was made the captain also, I think it just slowed it.
No, I think on his personal life front also is not had a great time, right? So I'm guessing it's a bunch of different. But when you are like a eye first player, I'm guessing the fade off is fairly quick anyway.
Yeah, Sehwag likes this. True.
The real question is, Shikhar Dhawan was still playing. You know how there is this thing called the Mandela effect, no? It is basically when
Mandela is a Yogi Babu movie. What are you talking about?
Mandela effect is basically when people collectively remember something differently. It is the opposite of Gandhi Setutara, which is that when Nelson Mandela died, everyone was like, wait, didn't Nelson Mandela die some 20 years ago? He's still alive.
Yeah, the Morgan Freeman. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He has been a walking ghost with Punjab Kings for 4 years. You think he has already retired. He's chilling. But he is not retired. It looks like that when you're playing for Punjab Kings. That is the problem.
Let's look at I think this one you will remember, Nitu. Berenstain Bears. This was one of the things that was referred in Reply All long back.
Oh, how will I remember? I don't even remember what I spoke
the
about.
The spelling of Berenstain Bears.
Back.
Wait, Bernstein Bears is a show my kids watch. What is this?
Okay, this one maybe.
Does it come on Willow TV?
I've also heard Darth Vader telling Luke Skywalker, what we remember it as is, Luke, I am your father. But actually the real thing is, no, I am your father.
I don't remember it as either of this. I only remember I am your father. That's all. I only remember it as I am your father.
Good, Dra. You're nice. Anyway.
Good stuff. Anyway, good luck to Shikhar Dhawan for the next stage of his career. Hope he becomes batting coach of Pakistan because they need some batting coaching. Any other thoughts, guys?
So, isn't he moving on to Kabaddi or something? His famous celebration
because of that.
Always involved the thigh slap. Yeah.
Rohit Sharma put a tweet congratulating Shikhar Dhawan, and he called him the ultimate jat, which has unfortunately earned Rohit Sharma some ire from Twitterati for needlessly bringing caste into Shikhar Dhawan's farewell message.
Iyer or Iyer? Oh, speaking of backlash against Iyer, Shreyas Iyer was seen walking around Bandra. And you guys didn't see this?
Wait,
he was giving money. He gave money to people, beggars or something. Yeah.
So
I don't know what this content is.
What kind of PR is that? I didn't understand.
I don't know, like, so on our group, people got very worked up because I think Crazy Jones or someone shared a video saying Shreyas Iyer thinking of poor people or something. Okay, this guy is like dressed
Yeah.
like some, I don't know, like some random rapper from
I know.
wherever rappers come from. And he's walking out of some establishment, and then there is one woman constantly asking him for money. He gets into like one
Yeah.
fancy ass car and then like asks the driver for some chutta and gives it to her, which has been
Correct.
tweeted out by Crazy
And
Jones
all of
as
this is being
compassionate
shot by a
Shreyas
guy
Iyer.
walking with a
Yeah.
phone behind him, right? Like,
Yeah.
No, I blame
Or a gimbal or something.
Viral Bayani for all of this, guys. Ever since
Oh, it's not
that
viral
industry-
Bayani. Huh?
He himself called himself viral, not actually. Like Shikhar the one day international only. He is also.
Oh, he is viral Banyani. That is what Shreyas said.
That is what Shreyas Iyer is.
no, please use the correct term. He's the Banyanwala of Baikula.
Baikola Bedianwala. Okay.
No, but I really wonder, and as a resident of Bombay, please tell us, Tony, do you keep running into these people with cameras who are waiting for celebrities? Do they actually do this to you? Because you are a celebrity. You walk into a lift to a Delhi Premier League people,
Thankfully not.
you are the most
Yeah.
famous person.
Yeah. I thought the cameras were set up for me, but apparently it was for the Delhi Star Boys.
They asked, did they tell you who their father was?
Okay.
Cool.
Darth
Yeah,
Vader.
on that. I thought that was the reference.
No,
Oh,
he was
pata
saying
hai mera father.
Delhi.
Now only I'm getting that angle. I thought it was a Luke Skywalker only.
Yeah, Nitin Sundar letting down his alma mater, IIM Ahmedabad, after doing some quick math earlier in the episode.
38 plus 20 equals 58. On that viral biryani of a moment, we shall wind up episode 138 of Bits and Pieces. Thank you so much for joining. And as Tony Sebastian mentioned some time back, in the comment section, please let us know your most outlandish, outrageous conspiracy theory around the IPL, or whatever you want to let us know. This entire podcast anyway is a bit of a conspiracy theory. Thanks for joining, and thanks to Max and Tony for also joining us and regaling us with their inputs on cricket they have not watched, which did not happen, and which you have also not watched. Thank you, everybody. Say bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. See ya.